In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Bluff City Media presents the 2 Buck Sports Show with your hosts, Rusty Buckets and Uncle Buck. Now, let's get to the show.
What is up, everybody, and happy Friday. I am your co-host, Rusty Buckets. This is Drew Gannon. We are the 2 Buck Sports Show, proudly brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook on this beautiful Friday here in East Memphis. Drew, we've got college baseball, we've got Grizz basketball, we got college basketball this weekend. It's going to be an awesome weekend of sports, and I'm ready to talk about it with you, man. How's it going today?
It's good. It's Friday. It's the Friday on the heels of a long weekend for me. Got exciting plans for the first part of next week. And so, yeah, it's one of those things you just kind of have to grip it and bear it to get to the end of Friday because you know what's on the other side. And so, yeah, I'm pushing a little harder at work, because I'm trying not to be swamped when I get back, as if that I could change that at all.
Yeah.
Whether or not I work 24 hours tonight or if I just stay at home, it's gonna be a mess when I get back. So
it's one of those things like vacation is 1,000% worth it every single time, even knowing that when you come back on the other side, you're going to be neck deep in work catching up. But it doesn't matter.
That's why I never complain. On Labor Day weekend, you go back, everybody's like, "Oh, Tuesday's so much worse when you're off on Monday," and I'm just like, "Yeah, worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care."
100%.
You may be right, but I'm not going to complain about it.
Yeah, don't care. Yeah, I'm still going to go on vacation. Still going to have a great 3-day weekend for Labor Day, and then I'll come back and just grind on Tuesday anyway. No problem at all. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. Weather's super nice. Spent most of the morning outside at my little home gym. Had some coffee outside this morning. It feels like spring is sprung out there, and there's a lot of college baseball going on this weekend. Mississippi State is actually playing right about now against Arizona State out in Fort Worth, Texas. One of those big, college baseball tournaments. We've got Arizona State today, Virginia Tech tomorrow, and then UCLA on Sunday. So UCLA, the number one team in the country. Arizona State is a good program this year. They're historically a great program. They went to Norman, Oklahoma, and thumped Oklahoma, who's been one of the hottest teams to start the season earlier this week. Yeah, they went and thumped them earlier this week. So I'm excited for this weekend. State is a bit, and we'll talk college baseball more towards the end, I'm sure, but a little puffed up early in the rankings. We'll know more after this weekend what exactly we're made of.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to a whole segment. Ole Miss is much like Mississippi State. It's kind of see where you're at weekend. Ole Miss is playing, and in Houston at the Minute Maid Park. Is it still Minute Maid Park? I don't know, but
I
it's
think
got
it
the
is.
train and all that.
I think it is.
They're playing Baylor, Ohio State, and Coastal Carolina.
That Coastal game is going to be awesome.
Yeah, that one's
Awesome.
weird though. They announced this week that their Friday and Saturday night starters are both out for a while.
Yeah,
So hey,
is what it is.
we all deal with it. So
yeah.
don't ask me to apologize.
That's it. Yeah. And by the way, you can stream. It's $30 if you want to pay for Flow College to go watch Mississippi State, or YouTube has a free live broadcast that I have pulled up on my side screen over here to where I can watch the game and we get struck out the first batter to start the game.
Is it legit?
Yeah, it's legit.
Or is it pirated?
No, it's Flow College is what it is. It's like you can pay $30 to get on your TV, or you can go to Flow College YouTube. And there's a chat. There's a whole thing going on as Mississippi State's taking on Arizona State.
That seems like it's pirated then.
Maybe, but you know what?
Yeah.
If there's a knock on the door,
$30 option.
if there's a knock on the door here in a minute and the FBI comes in, we'll know it was pirated.
I was going to give mad props to the Houston Astros for hosting this college baseball tournament because there is no paywall at all. They are all just, it is all on the Houston Astros website or on YouTube, the Houston Astros YouTube page. Like there is no paywall, there is no nothing. And so
there it is. We get one free stream per day at those events. And it's Mississippi State has the first two batters down. Yeah. Oh, well.
You just blew it. You're paying $30 tomorrow.
Well, not tomorrow against Virginia Tech, but possibly on Sunday for the UCLA game. But hey, Drew, everything going good in your world today, man? I know y'all got the big trip coming up. We've got a big party tonight, but everything else going good in Northeast Mississippi?
Yeah. Listen, we've got our first low-key weekend. We coming out of the storm, that first weekend was kind of like catching up kind of stuff. We did some fun stuff with the kids, but we were busy. We went to Oxford for a baseball game Sunday, and so we're busy. But this weekend we just don't have much on the calendar. I know we're going to my mother-in-law's for a birthday cookout, which is nothing. I mean, the drive is like an hour, but once you get there, it's like you, as parents, you can put your feet up because Nani's there and there's room to play and do crazy stuff. So looking for a relaxing weekend. We'll be packing, of course, because we are flying out to New York City on Monday morning. Dude, it was kind of a screwball situation with us because we went up there. And I'd always wanted to do this, but I wanted to do it. I'd heard my aunt went on a one-day trip to New York City in which you flew in, you got to New York City like 10 a.m. Then you flew out of New York City at like 11 p.m. And you didn't stay over, and it was just kind of like a up and down. You got to sightsee, do the few things you wanted to do. It was like $100 per person to do that. And I was like, I always had that in my back pocket. This is what I want to do. And before I got the chance to like play that ace, because I knew it was an ace, it was going to be a hit with Haley as soon as I did it. My brother-in-law, who is currently living in Nashville as a travel nurse, said, "Come see me." And so, what was going to be just like a there and back in a day kind of a whirlwind turned into like a 2-night, 3-day trip. Only for the travel company that he works for to say, "Okay, your services are no longer needed. Here's your plane ticket. Go back to Tennessee."
Even walking papers.
And I guess when you're making $12,000 a week as a scab for employees that are on strike, they will not extend you any grace. You will leave the minute we ask you to leave. And so yesterday I had to make a decision because the plane tickets were non-refundable. I bought them on Expedia. I knew the risks, but I did it anyways. Non-refundable, non-changeable. And so I bought the insurance. So like you can cancel the flight, file a claim with a third-party insurance company, give the reason in which you canceled your flight, and we'll let you know if you were going to insure this trip or not.
Yeah.
And the flights were like $330, whatever, for two. Not expensive at all. As far as a plane ticket, round trip plane ticket goes. 2 round trip plane ticket goes.
Sure.
And so I just told my wife yesterday, I was like, listen, we've got a decision to make. Either we cancel it and we risk lighting $300 on fire, or we double down and just go. And so we booked a hotel room for 2 nights in Midtown Manhattan,
Nice.
right, 3 or 4 blocks from Times Square and all the fun stuff. And we were just like, here we go. We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
That's not far from where we stayed when we went up there. So y'all going to love being in that area. That's going to be fun.
So we're excited about it.
And not that it matters, but when you called and told me yesterday, you're kind of him and hawing about it. I was like, hey, go. Y'all deserve it. Hey, Haley just gave birth to new life. You just survived like a huge storm, an ice storm, Fern. Yeah. Go. And I'm glad y'all are getting away for a few days, man, and got some low key on the front end. We've got a low key weekend too. I say that. Tonight, we've got the watch party at Grind City Brewing tonight. Cheers for the tank, $3 beers anytime the Grizz are losing to the Mavericks. And buddy, we've got some news to talk about here in a minute that tells you we are all in on this tank and losing the game tonight to the Mavericks, which would further put us in sole possession of the 7th best odds in the lottery. So come hang out with us tonight. Have those cheap beers. It's got a huge response on social media, so I hope that we have a good turnout and a lot of folks come out tonight. It's going to be fun. We'll do the post-game bounce live from Grind City Brewing tonight, or what has become the fourth quarter bounce for some of these really bad games with me and Kenny.
Be honest, it's because Rusty's trying to get home sooner.
Yeah, and getting to bed. Are you kidding me? Yeah, like if we're down 30 to the Mavericks, why am I waiting to the end of the game when I could get there a little bit sooner? Jared's going to come out. I think we're going to have a good turnout tonight. Tomorrow's pretty low key, although I will be coming to Corinth, checking in on my pops. I appreciate everybody reaching out, checking in on him. He's home resting, doing a lot better now after a little bit of a scare. And then Maggie leaves. So I'll be going over there, check on him. My grandmother's birthday was last Friday.
Oh, yeah.
She's got dementia, not really sure what's going on, but my aunt and uncle are coming up from South Mississippi, so I'll probably ride over and see them. And then Maggie's going away for a few days, so it'll be me and the pups next week around here while she's got some training. Going? So she's got some training in Bentonville. She's a bigwig now. Like she's like head honcho in this area, so she gets to go do some training.
She's going to Walmart,
next week.
Arkansas.
That's it. Walmart, Arkansas gets to go eat like Walmart ice cream. There's like Sam's ice cream shop up there. A lot of cool, fun stuff to do. So she'll be gone for a few days. So it'll be me and the pups around here hanging out, bachelor in it. And Shelby, she's not a bachelorette, I guess.
Yeah, mixed company though. You probably should wear pants.
Yep. No Winnie the Poohs. Oh man. Yeah. Well, listen, hey, that's it. No Winnie the Pooh outfit. Well, listen, the Memphis Grizzlies gave us something to talk about that is not basketball related, not actual basketball play related. And it set the social media world on fire, Drew. We can't wait to talk about this.
We are the Two Bucks, and this is our sports show. It's Friday on Bluff City Media's YouTube and Twitter pages. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications. We'll notify you anytime this show or any show on the Bluff City Media family and networks goes live. So do that as some housekeeping. Hop in the comments. Jared's in the comments. We'll have all the usuals show up here. I guarantee it. And so that's the best part of our chat is that we interact with the chat, and we've got a good chat. So yeah, Rusty, we got a Shams notification. We can go in order if you want to, but I can tell you this. You could have given me 10,000 guesses on a roster move that was going to happen yesterday, and one half of this roster move was I would have never gotten. So real quick, if you had listened to the Anthony Staines show at 1:00 yesterday, you would have heard Scoop B call this. Like he told us this was coming at 1:00. Called the first half of this notification. Drew, yeah. So Shams tweeted out, Shams wow, Shamzam. We still have this Shamzam.
No, no, it's gone. I was looking for it.
Wow.
I was gonna play it.
So that Kyle Anderson and the Memphis Grizzlies had reached a buyout agreement, and he will be going back to Minnesota. So Minnesota just stays kind of stacking folks that I love. You know, Mike Conley, despite trading Mike Conley, he re-signed back with Minnesota. Now Kyle Anderson goes back, and it wasn't for nothing, as obvious. Once the second bit of news came out, which is that Taj Gibson, yes, that Taj Gibson from 2004 or 2014 is coming off of his couch to join the Memphis Grizzlies on a multi-year contract. It's everybody freaked out initially. There's no way that second or third year, whatever the multiple is, 2 years,
So
is
the
a
deal
player
is
option at all. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a club option next year. It's fully guaranteed this year, not next year. A couple things. Let's back up. So if you were on X yesterday, you saw a lot of crashing out, melting down yesterday that nobody wants to play for Zach Kleiman or Tuomas Isolo. They hate this city. They hate this, blah, blah, blah. A lot of drama, a lot of dramatics from some of the faceless accounts out there. But the reality is Kyle Anderson, 32. He's on a team that is clearly tanking. Why not go back and sign with a team that has a legit chance to contend? That's what Mike Conley did. That's what a lot of these players who get bought out in the twilight of their career, they go back to contend or try and go to a contender. And Kyle Anderson just so happened to play for one last year in Minnesota before he got shipped to Utah. And so it makes a ton of sense. He's going to go to Minnesota where there's familiarity there with an opportunity to go compete. It came out that he was also thinking about Denver was the other team that he was in negotiations with, or at least interested in going to, because you can't negotiate. It's called tampering. But long story long, gets bought out, goes back to Minnesota where he has an opportunity to compete for an NBA championship, something he would not have got here in Memphis. I don't blame him one bit for that. I don't blame ZK one bit for that, for giving him an opportunity to go compete for a championship.
Yeah, so let me touch on something else first, and let's come back to that about the mindset and the asking out and the culture thing, because I have some thoughts on that. But I think that this happened the other way around. I think this is the Grizzlies doing right by Kyle Anderson. Mm-hmm. My tinfoil hat theory is that, you know, how Adam Silver's cracking down on the Utah Jazz and allegedly sending NBA doctors to review MRIs of Lauri Markkanen, and the whole thing is this war on tanking. You have seen the Grizzlies have been tanking very obviously by just neglecting to have a center on the team. And so Adam Silver was like, you must have somebody tall on this team. And so Zach Kleiman said, oh, you say you're making me hire a center, sign a center? Okay, who's the oldest one I can get that wouldn't be alarming? Oh, Taj Gibson, are you in remotely good shape? Yeah, okay. Just come and hang out.
Yeah.
Just come and hang out. This is a possible thing. And then because we love Kyle Anderson, and Kyle Anderson has the respect of the front office and fans, everything else, they just did right by him by being the first person they offered to buy out.
Yeah, and that's it. Like, he had a destination in mind, says that it's not that he doesn't like ZK, or he even said that he likes being in Memphis. He loves this city. He was excited to get back here, though Jim and Nick's as his choice of barbecue. I had a lot of concerns about that. There's way better barbecue options when he got back. But there was no organizational or kerfluffle or tension here. It was literally exactly as you explained it. You got to have a center. Hey, let's go ahead and buy out Kyle Anderson, let him go get an opportunity to compete, and then we'll go find us a center on the open market who just happens to be 40 years old, who did play last year. And so kind of getting into Taj Gibson a little bit, and we can circle back to the Kyle Anderson thing if you like. Yeah. But the last three teams that Taj Gibson, who has signed a quote-unquote multi-year deal with the Memphis Grizzlies, it's 1 year, fully guaranteed the rest of this year. Next year, there's a team option. The last three teams that Taj Gibson has played for, the New York Knicks, the Detroit Pistons, and the Charlotte Hornets. All three teams that are better for having him as a savvy vet. Listen, his production is not great. He's not played more than 50 games since 21-22 with the Knicks. He played 70 in 2018, 2019. So, the games played is not what we're signing.
I don't care.
We're signing him for the savvy vet that he is, to have a center on our roster. And I could think of worse players, Drew, to have in the locker room as a veteran presence than Taj Gibson, who's been around the league since 2009.
I would have signed Bol.
True.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Listen,
Bol actually has given. Hang on, Bol's given quality minutes in the last couple of years, so that would impact the tanking.
He was playing in the Celebrity All-Star game 2 weeks ago. Let's just. Oh no, that was Taco Fall.
That was Taco Fall. Yeah. But my conspiracy is we signed Taj Gibson because he's not good anymore.
Yeah. Listen, about the the culture thing. If Kyle Anderson, he can say what he wants to say. Kyle Anderson is enough a professional that if he had bad things to say, he wouldn't say it. Okay. We'll just leave that out there. And I'm not putting words in his mouth. I just kind of know Kyle Anderson and the competitor he is. I mean, shoot, we've seen him push Grizzlies teammates on the sideline. He's not a guy that takes well to losing in bad environments. And if Kyle Anderson were to say, this is stupid, I'm not doing this, I'm not purposefully losing, good on him for that too. Because, Scoop B said on Saints show yesterday that he believed, in his opinion, that there are multiple Memphis Grizzlies players who are mad because they are purposely being held out, being called injured so that they can't play. And if you are able, one of the dudes is able to play in this, and you see that the organization is purposefully not putting their best foot forward, then I would want out too. It would piss me off to no end. It pisses me off as a fan, and I know what we're trying to do. I get the big picture, but if Kyle Anderson were to come out and just grilled the Memphis Grizzlies organization and Zach Kleiman for refusing to put their best foot forward and tank, then I'd clap for him then too. No love lost for me.
And that's the thing. Tanking will always be organizational, as Jared says here. The players are not the ones that are deciding to come together and tank to get a better player. It's an organizational mandate, requirement, or order, whatever you want to call it. It's the organization pushing that. And so, it's never going to be the players that are going to be out there purposely trying to lose. They're competitors. They don't want to go out there and lose to their buddies and the folks they're going to be in Cancun with this summer. They want to go compete and play hard. And so it's always going to be the organization. So I agree. If Kyle Anderson had been upset about it, I get that as well. But he's too much of a professional to say it. But there's no evidence that says he's leaving because he's mad at the Grizzlies. Truly, it's an opportunity to go compete. It's what it looks like on the surface, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. And it's also why I don't buy we brought in Taj Gibson for leadership. It's very obvious that the leadership wants us to lose. So what are you going to do? Bring in a 40-year-old dude and tell him to come whip these whippersnappers in shape? He has no leg to stand on. The organization is purposefully losing. And there is not one 40-year-old, 20-year-old, 65-year-old basketball player that you can inject into this locker room to fix that problem.
So maybe not this year, because listen, we need vet leadership when you're trying to rebuild. You need that. Do you know who Taj Gibson played with in Chicago, to go back to our conspiracy
Derrick
corner?
Rose.
And think about in context of next year's NBA draft.
Oh, Carlos Boozer.
Carlos Boozer. He played with Carlos Boozer. Look, I'm putting on my full-on tinfoil hat. What if we already know?
Just paying homage to the NBA gods.
What if we already either one of two things? We're paying homage to the NBA gods to get lottery luck, or full-on conspiracy here. We already know we're going to get the number 2 overall pick, and we already know we're going to take Cam Boozer.
And it's we hired Unc.
So we hired Unc.
We hired Unc.
Jay Crowder to Ja Morant is Taj Gibson to Cam Boozer. That's what we're doing here. That's my conspiracy
was
here.
That good of a fan. He would have told Carlos Boozer not to put that shoe shine on his head. But he wasn't a good enough friend to stop him from doing that. So
I had that epiphany last night. It was just man, what if, all right, I'm saying this on the show. I'm not gonna utter it. I'm gonna sit on this till tomorrow. What if we're signing Taj Gibson because we're gonna draft Cam Boozer again? I understand this is up there with the aliens and Loch Ness Monster, but it could happen.
Nessie's real.
Bigfoot is too, buddy. You're looking at it.
Yeah. So listen, it's fun. We could talk about it. I'm at the point now to where, we're bringing in vets. Okay, who are the vets that we've brought in to try to fix this situation? Marcus Smart, crashed and burned. Kyle Anderson, gone. Now Taj Gibson's going to be different. No, we're trying to lose.
Listen, we're trying to lose.
We went and got a center who sucks and who doesn't play basketball anymore. And why did we do that? It's not because Kyle Anderson was winning us games. It's not because Kyle Anderson was a cancer. It's because somebody got to Zach Kleiman and said, dude, you can't just put 4 6-foot dudes out there.
Yeah. And so to head to the comments, because there are some things in here I want to talk about. King Meeks, I wholeheartedly disagree with this. We are dead serious on tanking. We are dead serious on making this basketball team as bad as we possibly can be. So I
call that unserious, so I'm okay with it.
I mean, yes, but we are as serious as we can be about tanking. Most of this is sarcasm. King Meeks, you my guy. But like, we are seriously about tanking. And so we're not messing around by signing Taj Gibson. I do want to get to this too. Shout out Keith Fisher. Appreciate you being here, buddy. I know you've been here in the past, man. Thanks for hanging out with us today on hopefully your lunch break or an off day if y'all are enjoying it. If you're here, give us a thumbs up. We appreciate that. It helps us in the algorithm more than you know. Comment in the live comments. And then if you're watching this back, please leave a comment afterwards because that also helps drive us up in the algorithm and it helps us more than you know. But Keith Fisher says the idea of us tanking for a whole nother year makes me not want to watch ball anymore. I can understand that if the Grizzlies are planning to tank again next year. I can understand. Look, we've got 24 games left this year. Like, you can embrace the suck, or at least I can, for 24 more games. Understand the direction that we're going. We just got to get there. It's going to be a bummer. It's going to be some terrible basketball and some utter buffoonery with we've already seen it with the Grizz PR notifications and our illness and personal reasons and all these different things. Yeah. It's going to be a tragic back half of the season. I don't think we're going to be tanking again next year.
And Keith, you're not alone. Yeah. You're not alone.
You're not.
I said this as soon as they traded Jaren Jackson Jr. I was like, I will not criticize anybody for paying some favors to the wife on game nights. Like, if she wants to watch a movie and the Grizzlies are playing Portland and we're going to lose again, like, dude, I don't have any problem with it. I will forever have my Grizzlies fan card. Mm-hmm. That will never leave me. But shoot, what are we talking about? Like, I don't. It's not appointment television. Yeah, I do it because I want to talk about it with you and my friends and on this podcast. But it's not an enjoyable experience. And everybody can say like, oh, we can cheer it on. And that's a good mindset to have. That's a healthy mindset to have because it's the only way you can find any enjoyment at all in this season. But forgive me if I have a hard time cheering against the Grizzlies at the same time. Like, it just sucks. It just sucks. I don't know how anybody can do this for multiple years. And I don't know what life will look like if we do devolve into doing this for a second consecutive year.
And he follows it up here. I want to get to this like real briefly. We got the number 2 pick before, and Memphis is a hot button team when we have a superstar that people like to talk about. John Morant made us, relevant again after the grit and grind. I think we can get another one that would. But I want to put this up here. So how many moves do y'all think we need to make if we're going to compete next year? And I want to talk about this mindset. If you're expecting us to compete next year, I'm afraid you're going to be sorely disappointed. I think there's a world where we're better. We're competing for a play-in if we get the right picks, the right pieces this offseason, be it DeBansta, Boozer, Acuff in the draft. Maybe you go sign a shooter or something in the offseason as a free agent. There are moves that make us better next year, but like I'm not expecting us to go compete with the Thunder next year. That's on the 1 to 3. That's like maybe like the 3 to 5 year plan. But like I anticipate we're going to make draft picks and moves for us to be better next year. I don't know that there are enough moves that we will compete for a title next year.
Not unless like you do hit the lottery and Boozer DeBansta is like immediately a, all NBA candidate. Like that's the only way that you can even dream of it because we do like some of the pieces around the Grizzlies. And we love Cedric Coward. We love Zach Edey, but
I'm going to say this real quick, and I'm sorry to interrupt, Joe. I'll let you keep going.
I
am actually. I'm not like cracking down. Like I'm not like saying that you're saying we're supposed to compete next year. Like I'm not attacking you with that. I'm just talking about that mindset.
And it also depends on what you mean. Be competitive. I always expect the Grizzlies to be competitive. This is an atrocity. I think that with the players on the team, you can be competitive. That does not equate competing to be a Western Conference semifinals team. That's a whole different level of competition. The Grizzlies in no way, shape, form, or fashion will compete for an NBA title for the next 3 years. Like, it's just not going to happen, in my opinion. But I do have a baseline expectation of being competitive, playing hard. And that's something that is being the opposite of nurtured. It is being malnurtured by this tanking situation in which Cedric Coward is being asked to sit in the bench on street clothes. Zach Edey is being asked to sit on the bench. John Morant, everybody is just being asked to sit out. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope had a cosmetic surgery. This is the antithesis of competition. And the absence of competition does not breed a competitive nature. It's the whole basis of anti-tank. And
That's
so,
it.
no, I don't know, but I do have starting next season. I do have a baseline expectation to be competitive.
Yeah, because we're not doing a talent reset for the franchise as much as we're doing a culture reset for the franchise, I think, because there are talented players here. Yes, we are going to need to add more talent in, that comes with it. But we've got, as Jared says here, we've got 5 to 6 guys currently on this lineup that if you plug a few guys in around it, could be a fun, competitive, play-in, maybe back half of the playoffs kind of team next year. If Cedric Coward, Zach Edey, GG continue to develop this offseason, they're healthy next year. You add in a Boozer, Debansta, Acuff, Wagler, insert whoever you want from the top 15 here. Like this team has enough talent baked in that with a few key pieces, we could be competitive and competing for the play-in next year. But like Drew said, and Wayno says here, we're not happy about it, but this is what you have to do to reset. We just haven't been here for a few years. You have to bottom out, culture reset, add some guys, and then I expect us to go out and compete next year.
Yeah. I don't maybe it's the easiest way to reset. I've never subscribed to there's only one way to skinning a cat, you know?
Sure.
And this may be the most effective way is to purposefully lose, but I will never celebrate it. I will never celebrate a team that chooses to do it. I will never celebrate my team when they choose to do it and move the goalpost and say like, oh, well, the Grizzlies are doing it's the right call, despite me crucifying Utah and Brooklyn and Sacramento and everybody else that's done it for a decade.
And that's Jared's like, we didn't want to be here, but we're here now. And you got to deal with it, or as Josh says, you got to live with it. And this is where we are as a franchise. Yeah. This is the path that our organization is taking.
We could be homeless.
But this is the path that our organization is taking. And because I root for Laundry and the name on the front of the jersey, I'm going to ride with them. It's going to be a miserable back half of the year. It's like, God, we have 24 more games. Like, I understand, like, we have to talk about them 5 days a week for 24 more games. Like, we get it. We can, like, we're not going to sit here and, you know, rose-colored glasses, like try and paint over this thing. It's a bummer to talk about them when they stink.
Yeah. And so to the original question, it's like, no, I don't mind anybody saying like, I think I'm going to watch The Bachelorette with my wife tonight because she's watched 50 Grizzlies games this year with me because I've held her hostage. And now she wants to watch The Bachelorette. Just go watch what your wife wants to watch.
That's it.
Let her be the tiebreaker for a little while. We're going to lose. Breaking news.
That's it. 100%. Yeah. Breaking news. The Grizzlies are going to lose. And speaking of that, tonight the Grizzlies play at the Mavericks, where we're a 5-point underdog over on FanDuel, plus 164 on the money line, over under set at 238.5. We currently have a injury report, but subject to change last minute for a quick, like, you know, somebody says, ooh, like they cut their toenail a little too short, go, ooh, out with toe pain, right? Like that could change last minute. But again, this is a good thing. We want the Grizzlies to continue to lose as much as it sucks for draft position, Drew. What do you want to see tonight in the Mavericks game from the Grizzlies? Anything at all?
The final score.
Absolutely.
Listen, hey, for real, like this is another team that's aggressively going towards the bottom. This is a peer of ours right now, because we are searching for an increase of numbers in the right column and not the left.
Right.
But if you want to find something to look forward to, I mean, Cooper Flagg's been good. He's a reigning number 1 pick. He's been really good. It's not led to winning, but hey, if you could watch Cooper Flagg play, like, I could sell a ticket to that if that was a Grizzlies home game. But
exactly.
Go watch Cooper Flagg.
We're currently a half game behind Dallas in the Tankathon rankings for the seventh best odds for the number one overall pick. They have a 7.5% chance. We have a 6% chance. We have a 26.3% chance of the top four. They have a 32% chance. So if we go out and lose tonight, we will take over sole possession of the seventh best odds again.
Yeah.
And I fully expect some like diabolical fiddling with the lineup tonight to make sure that happens, Drew.
Who do you think is who will get the most minutes in the fourth quarter for the Grizzlies? Taj Gibson?
No, Rupert. I think Rupert.
Ryan Rupert.
Walter Clayton Jr. at the 5. Jemai Mashak. The lady from the second row.
The bongo lady still out there?
Bongo lady, Javon Small. Like,
let's do an all 6
let's do it this way.
lineup.
It ain't going to be Ty Jerome and it ain't going to be Gigi because both those boys coming in hot. And so it won't be those two.
I mean, we're getting really close to finding out that Omax is injured. Getting really close.
Omax has been better.
Omax is going to need a hair transplant. He's going to be out for the rest of the season or something. It's coming.
Mashak going for 40 tonight. He's probably going to play 40 minutes tonight so that he's good and tired in the fourth quarter trying to play center on Derek Lively, even if I think Derek Lively's still playing for him. I don't even know who else hurt for them either.
Listen, this game needs to be put on, TV land.
Mm-hmm.
Is that TV land still a channel?
This is Nick at Night.
Nick at
type
Night
beat is what this is.
They wouldn't even let the Peanuts play this game.
No.
No, Comedy Central is like, I think I'd rather just keep doing reruns of The Office, please.
This is the perfect game for that SpongeBob broadcast that they do for the NFL. Just
that's what I was referring to. Yeah.
Yeah. Let SpongeBob and Patrick play this game tonight, and then we ain't got to watch them sit Ty Jerome, and you won't realize that the Grizzlies are running out a sub 6'4" lineup for most of this game.
And Zach Clemens like, wait, I can get SpongeBob to play tonight? Oh yeah, he's got to suck. Hey, the ball's bigger than him.
Over under 10.5 minutes for the mascot Grizz tonight. Do you think Grizz plays tonight?
I thought he died. I saw on Facebook he died.
Yeah. Victim of
R.I.P. Grizz.
R.I.P. Grizz. R.I.P. Grizz. Well,
no, they're going to just run out a small lineup, and it's going to be Javon Small and Cam Spencer and Jemai Mashak and who's Scottie Pippen Jr.
Mm-hmm.
It's just everybody's going to be like under 6'4".
And in about midway through the third quarter, they're going to look at Scottie and then say, go fight somebody. Go fight Clay. And then you're done for the night.
Yeah, I would 100% sign up for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me something to look forward to. I'm leaving with something. And tonight I'm leaving with $3 beers over at Grind City Brewing. Make sure y'all come hang out with us and cheer for the Tank. Listen, if it's going to be bad, you might as well go watch a bad game amongst your friends at Grind City Brewing. The Happy Brunch spot's going to be there with wings and tacos. We're going to have beer, $3 beers, and the Grizzlies are losing. It's going to be a really good time tonight at Grind City Brewing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do something, do it to the best of your ability. That's what my dad always taught me. Yep. And so if you're going to lose, do it with the best of your ability.
That's exactly right. And if you would like to win a little bit of money over on FanDuel, I do have a parlay for you right now. They got a 30% profit boost on the same game parlay. So for tonight, what I'm rolling with is I went GG and R game, 15 plus points. My same game parlay is I'm riding the hot hand in Detroit. Cade has been on an absolute tear lately. I'm going 25 plus points for him. Jalen Duren, since coming back from injury, has hit over 20 all 3 games. I'm riding that hot hand and taking 20 plus points for him. Nikola Jokic is, listen, he's been on just doing Joker things. I'm taking him over 50.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And then I'm looking for Cat to torch the Bucks tonight, 29.5 points and rebounds for plus, with a 30% profit boost, plus 31-34. Scared money don't make money. Trying to win me a few dollars tonight, Drew, on this parlay.
Let me just ask you a question from somebody who does not live in a state that can gamble online.
Mm-hmm.
How is this the same game parlay if it's players from 4 different teams?
So it's 2 are a same game parlay, Cade and Jalen Duren, and then you can add others to it. But it's the same. I got the profit boost because I got Cade and Jalen from the same game, and then you can add others to it.
Okay, I was about to say, because if Cade and Jalen are if Detroit's playing against Denver tonight after last night they played they just played San Antonio last night. Who did they play last night? It was
Cleveland?
Or was it 2 nights ago? Cleveland. Yeah, just
Cleveland.
on a run if they've got Denver now. But
no.
Okay.
There's not many games tonight. It's kind of a light NBA night tonight. That's MLB, NBA. Here it is. Tonight you've got the Grizzlies and the Mavericks. It's tonight is the Cavaliers and the Pistons. That's who we play tonight. That's the game tonight. The Nets and the Celtics, Knicks and Bucks, us and the Mavericks, and the Nuggets and the Thunder are the nightcap tonight. So looking for Jokic to have a big game tonight. He usually plays well in big games, and so I like my chances here, plus 31-34 with a 30% profit boost. Also, right now, over on FanDuel, if you use a 25% profit boost on NBA futures, you win an opportunity to go into the sweepstakes for a 2026 NBA Finals ticket package and store credit. So go over to FanDuel.com, sign up. If you bet on NBA futures using a 25% profit boost, you're automatically entered into Finals tickets sweepstakes. So
this is what I was thinking. All right, so coming out of the All-Star break, this has been the Pistons schedule. Okay. A 16-point win at New York against the Knicks, a 16-point win, a 16-point win against the Bulls on the road, a loss to San Antonio, a win against Oklahoma City, and now they're playing Cleveland. So 2 against the Knicks, 1 against San Antonio, 1 against Oklahoma City, and now they're playing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Just a gauntlet in which they've only lost to the Spurs.
Jalen Duren's playing well. The Pistons are so good. I did see you star this before we come back from break and talk about baseball.
Yes.
That's
I
funny.
agree.
Shout out Keith.
100%. Like, what?
Really
this
funny.
is point shaving. Why are we calling it tanking? It's freaking point shaving.
Terry Rozier would like a word.
Adam Sandler spent time in prison to lead the inmates. What was the team name? No, what was the team name? I just watched this last night. That's why it's fresh in my head. But the Mean Machine or something. Is that what it is? The Mean Machine?
I think it is.
But he point
the
shaved.
Mean Machine.
Spent time in the state penitentiary in Texas and had to lead a ragtag bunch of dudes and WWE superstars against the guards and won.
Yeah.
But he was in prison because he was point shaving. And if we just quit the whole smart thing to do and just call it what it is, it's freaking point shaving.
It's point shaving. Absolutely. Well, hey, listen, on the other side of this commercial break, when we come back, we're going to be talking some college baseball, weekend outlook, buffoonery. You never know what else we're going to get into. So stick with us on this brief commercial break, and we'll be right back.
In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem.
Independently from what I've heard on the Morant side, there is a concern across the team at large that there are guys on that team that could play, but for a myriad of reasons, they're deciding not to play them. And I don't want to be salacious in my approach, but from folks that I've spoken to, there's a concern of just like, what are we doing here? We want to play, we can't play, when will we play? I think.
But are you saying John Moran is in those group of people that can play? Is that what you're saying? It might have. It's real late when we recording. I don't know if that's going over the people here.
I will say that I believe that he could play today.
Yeah. If I'm in a situation where there's a bad narrative about me, if I'm a star level player, there's no way in the world I'm going to allow you guys to continue to paint that kind of narrative to be painted about me. I don't care what y'all are trying to do. My thing is, if y'all are telling me that y'all don't want me to play because of whatever the goal is, I'm not going to be okay with it. I'm going to let that be known. Dude, I want to play. They're not letting me play. Like,
Tune in to the Anthony Sane Show Monday through Fridays at 1 p.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Glorious sadness that brings me to my knees.
Are you or a loved one struggling with the Grizzlies' tanking season? You may be entitled to compensation. This Friday night, here at Grind City Brewing, the Grizzlies are facing the Dallas Mavericks, and anytime they're losing, beers are just $3. See you there.
In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles.
Welcome back to the Friday edition of the Two Buck Sports Show. I'm Uncle Buck. I've got Rusty Witten here with me. We've been through our first two segments of tomfoolery and then Grizzlies themed tomfoolery and hit our commercial break. Now we're here to wind up the week for you guys. Rusty, I got to say that if Scoop B keeps rocking those pants, we're going to have to put the explicit tag on the YouTube stream.
You ain't wrong, baby. He is embodying the white boy frat mentality of skies out, thighs out with them short shorts, the church socks on, had his hoodie on. Scoop B is definitely a fashion trendsetter, I guess. But shout out Scoop B for being on the same show and being an insider for us and the Memphis Grizzlies. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah. So, listen, weekend plans, we kind of got into them a little bit. I'm curious to hear what everybody else has got going on. If anybody's got anything fun going on in the comments, we'd love to talk about it with you. But we've talked about it already. I'm going to be watching some baseball, going to a birthday cookout, and then I'm going to be leaving for New York City on Sunday.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna hit the bumper video because it might be my favorite one that we play because I only get to play it a select amount of the year, and so I want to talk about it.
okay. Yeah, college baseball. We've done the preseason thing. We've got a little hiatus. It's a mixture of hyena and hiatus. It's hiatus. In our normal preseason non-conference, who cares? You know, Arkansas State games. Both of us going on the road. Yeah, most teams beat Arkansas State pretty easily.
Most, but not all.
But not. Hey, what's Jared up to these days? But both of our teams going to Texas, where our exes live, or one of our. And I
want nothing to do with that. That disgusting state ever again. I'll never head back out that way again. I promise you that.
You want it to go? Is it story time yet, or we got a few more years?
No. Mississippi State is currently playing in Fort Worth, Texas, against Arizona State. Nothing at the top of the fourth. Pitching, just pitchers duel. No hits so far for either team. Arkansas is like, hey, Jared just texted us foul. Like, you got to be careful. Arkansas's got UT Arlington today. So just be real careful, Jared.
If there's anything Arkansas fans hate more than anything, it's something that is foul.
It's foul.
Carson Shaddy can't catch those either.
I can't catch those either. Shout out. But Tennessee takes on UCLA in that same tournament today at 3:00. Mississippi State, again, we play Virginia Tech tomorrow in this tournament and then wrap up the weekend with UCLA. I'll be watching college baseball all weekend as this is a great litmus test. You know, like you said, in early non-conference, you don't play nobody. We started with Hofstra. We've played Delaware. We have, Mississippi State's we're 9-0 after a very casual start to the season. This will be a good litmus test in the early days for Brian O'Connor, the new head man at Mississippi State, to see what we're made of, right? Because you won't learn if you're playing the Hofstras of the world, the Arkansas States of the world, the Troys of the world, Alcorn State. This is the litmus test where we'll find out exactly what we got with Arizona State today, Vatech, and UCLA tomorrow. And then it gets even – then we keep the fun rolling where we play Southern Miss, a top 25 team next week in Hattiesburg, which is always a tough place to go play. The Mustard Brothers do play pretty good baseball at home, and they have another strong start to the season this year.
Yeah. Now, I'm excited about this weekend, too. I got distracted. Who is Wayno saying needs a kilt?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe he's talking about Scoop. Scoop
I bet he's talking about Scoot needs a kilt. No, that's the last thing he needs. Yes.
You ever seen a country boy wearing a kilt? Look at that.
That was boots and everything. Absolutely. That's at Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. That was
absolutely.
This man had a kilt on. He said, I bet you won't wear it. And I said, give it to me, son.
And Drew disappeared for a little bit and came back wearing a kilt.
Yeah, and boots.
And boots.
Yeah, Ole Miss has got Baylor, Ohio State, and Coastal in probably not one of those matchups is sexy with Coastal. I thirst for that matchup. The other two, Baylor's had good teams in the past. Ohio State's had fine teams in the past. But it's a step up in competition. So looking forward to that. And also, like, tomorrow's game is at like 10:30 in the morning. Ole Miss playing Ohio State at like 10:30 in the morning. So yeah, let me wake up, have some coffee, and brunch time with the Revs. Sounds great.
Yeah, a little pancake, a little bacon, a little brunch situation with the Revs. Like, I could think of worse ways. I mean, unfortunately, our early game is today at 11 when we got to be on the show, and then I got work to do today, so I can't just sit in my comfies and watch it all day long. But I will happily watch. I think we play tomorrow afternoon, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 3 p.m. tomorrow. So hopefully we'll get another free stream of that tomorrow so I can watch some of that. Otherwise, 2:30 on Sunday, UCLA. Hopefully that'll be.
I've watched some garbage broadcasts before. One year, Ole Miss played at Long Beach State, the Dirtbags. And that broadcast looked like a high school broadcast where like the iPhone camera was zip tied to the netting behind home plate, and every time the wind blew, it just shook around. It was awful. And I invest way too much sweat equity and emotion in college baseball to watch that, especially if I have to pay for it. If you have to pay for Flow Sports, it's a good broadcast. Like they do a good job.
They do a good job. I've seen Flow Sports before. State had a similar situation where the only camera was an iPhone in center field against TCU, and I forget which one that was at. But like you were looking from behind the center fielder at the plate, trying to figure out if it was a ball strike, if it was hit, or what happened. It was awful.
Ole Miss played against Minnesota last year.
Oh yeah,
they played in the whatever their NFL stadium is, the Vikings stadium.
Forgot about that.
Awful.
Yeah,
it was awful.
I forgot about that. All right. Well, before we get out of here, they announced this week, we can touch on this before we get out of here, the 4 number 1 seeds in college basketball as it sits right now. The shout out to I Am Cam Young ending the shadow ban. We were talking about this yesterday. We appreciate that. Like the video, throw a comment in here now and in the actual YouTube hosting. Like if you comment on those. So they talked about it yesterday on the Anything Sane show. We were like, we don't pay for advertising here. We're doing this grassroots. We're trying to grow this the right way. You know, we don't want a bunch of bots and pirates to beef up our numbers. We want to be like a truly growing organic show. But YouTube wants young, small companies like us to pay for advertising. And so they kind of push you down the algorithm. But things like liking the video, commenting on the video, the live stream comments are awesome because they help us drive the show. But commenting after the show has ended also helps a ton, and it helps to push us up in the algorithm because YouTube is not.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid because why would you want to pay for bots? Because that's all you're getting is bots when you pay for subscribers. So yeah, that's stupid. YouTube,
if your goal is to get a bunch of just follower numbers, then yeah, get you a bunch. But we want to interact. We want to get to know y'all, the I Am Cam Youngs of the world, the Keith Fishers, the Waynos and Jareds and King Mixes. Like we want to get to know y'all and have y'all be a part of our show. I don't care what some bot in Malaysia has to say about a team that. And shout out to our former Malaysian friends who used to be in the comments. Who was it they were pushing for?
No, you're thinking the Puerto Rican guys that wanted Wayno.
Soto. It was
Soto. Yeah.
But that wasn't Puerto Rican. They were Philippines. They were from the Philippines
Filipino,
pushing Soto. That's who I was thinking of.
That's what. Well, when we first started the $2 Sports Pod, we did good numbers in Belgium.
Belgium.
Belgian listeners.
Belgianese or whatever they are. Belch.
We settled on Belch.
Yeah, that's what it was. Not Belch, but Belch.
Belch. Yeah, we're not insulting them.
No. Belschnickel? That makes me think of The Office then, and Belschnickel and Dwight when he's impish or admiral.
Yeah. So, anyways, that helps us more than you guys know. It's Friday. We're winding down. I hate begging, but we're not begging for money. We're never going to ask you guys to pay for a show. No. So just like the stream, subscribe to the channel.
Because then we can't say you get what you pay for.
Yeah, and if you hate the subscription idea because you're here every day and you don't want YouTube to tell you something you already know, then just go on your iPhone and turn the YouTube notifications off. Just still subscribe.
Yeah,
still subscribe. Let us know that we.
Yeah,
as long as YouTube sees it, you subscribe. I don't care what notifications actually make it to your phone.
That's it. Well, hey, we appreciate that. That's a good place to end it today. End it this week for the $2 Sports Show. Appreciate y'all hanging with us in the comments and helping us defeat the evil big brother that is YouTube. Just kidding, YouTube. We love you. But help us drive up in the algorithm, get more eyes on our shows. We certainly appreciate it. Hey, shout out to Wayno.
Dingo dollars.
Yeah, we got $2 dingo dollars for the beggars. We appreciate you. We appreciate all of our fans because y'all drive the show. We're truly unique in the Memphis market that we interact with y'all. We let y'all help drive the show and be a part of the shows every single day. We appreciate it. Carter, becoming a YouTube member. Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, appreciate you, Carter 901, always being here, man.
It's something fun for everybody to look forward to. We haven't made an announcement yet, but I know this is coming, so I'm going to put it on everybody's radar. Our favorite Aussie is coming to the Mid-South in a couple weeks. In middle of March, Wayno's coming down, and we've got some fun stuff. He does a lot of art, and so we've got some fun stuff that we're planning behind the scenes for him. So the weekend, the weekend of the 17th, the week of the 7th, March 17th, leave some dates open. Okay,
yeah.
We're gonna have something.
Keep that weekend, the 21st, 22nd, 19th, 21st, 22nd. Keep some of those dates open. Because there may be something happening at Grind City Brewing that you're absolutely going to want to be a part of. So make sure you keep some free dates in there. You're going to see my face here, his face here for some $2 Sports shows while he's in town. It's going to be a hoot and a half. I'm on my screen. You're going to be on your screen.
Oh, okay.
But on my screen, there's going to be 2 noggins here. Is what I'm saying. Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, I mean, I guess if I need to take vacation, can I come sit in between you guys?
Oh, absolutely.
In betwixt.
Dude, that's what we need. We need to do a 3-wide in-person $3 sports show with Wayno in town.
It would be like 2.5 hours long.
Okay. Take the day off. What else you got to do?
Sane would be like, will you get off the stream?
Like, I ain't leaving yet. You ain't leaving until they kick me out.
We do the whole Jordan Belfort.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Well, hey, Carter 901, appreciate you making the effort to not. Our next one is March 13th. It's coming up. It's against the Pelicans. It's the next watch party. But if you can be there tonight on our way out the door, make sure you come out tonight. Tip-off's at 7:30. We'll get there a little bit early, be hanging out. Try some of their new beers. They're fantastic, and root for the Grizzlies to be losing so that we get cheap beers. Remember, you're entitled for compensation for the struggling tanking season that we have. Come get it tonight at Grind City Brewing.
And if it gets too ugly, if the game gets too bad, please call an Uber. Don't ask Rusty to take you home. He's going to need one as well.
Yeah, and I had to go rescue Kenny the last time we did one of these. I ain't trying to rescue anybody else. Like, let's just call it a night. We'll go home, all of us in our vehicles. Be responsible. But come have fun with us.
A lot of $3 beverages to a lot of people. We don't have to sell 500 to 10 people.
Right.
Bring 500 people.
That's it. I'd rather sell 10 to 500.
Right.
Well, that's going to do it for your Friday edition of the $2 Sports Show. I am your co-host, Rusty Buckets. Appreciate y'all being here with us. We'll be back Monday live at 11 a.m. Central on Bluff City Media's YouTube channel. Y'all have a great weekend. Go be a friend to somebody who needs a friend. And Drew, tell them why there are no refunds.
That's right, because much like my flight to New York City, you always get what you pay for. And hope everybody has a happy and safe weekend. Rusty will see you on Monday. I will see you on Thursday.
Thank you for listening to the $2 Sports Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.